Welcome to another edition of the Allstate Bontrager Insurance Agency pregame show. I'm standing here alongside Coach Eric Moore. And, Coach, we have an exciting MIC matchup tonight against Lawrence North, a team that head coach really got his tutelage here at Center Grove underneath your guidance, and he knows quite a bit about what we do. But last year's game was a close contest, and this should be no different.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because they're pretty much identical twin of what we do. I guess when you get copied, it should be a compliment. So they are complimenting, but they maintain our same game plan. They run our offense. They run our defense. And they do a few things different, but not much. From the kicking game on down, it looks like the same team. So it's been easy this week in practice to do what for the scout teams, their job has been relatively easy, no study time because they run the same play, so we can call it the same thing. But it is tough, coming off a big win over Pike where we didn't play well in the first half at all. Like, I don't even recognize the team that played in that first half. Coming out the second half, 9.5 minutes of the best football we've played all year, and then the young kids got to finish out the fourth quarter. And then you come into this week, where kids are telling them, oh, it's just Lawrence North. But this is a big, physical, offensive football team. Defense, they've lost some kids, but they still, have athletes that can stay in there and play with you. But this is a big, physical offense with a great running back, a much improved quarterback, and a receiver that's just as good as anybody we've played, but really the best running back probably in the conference this year. And to defend that, it's going to be a problem. And then you throw in the fact that their center is 6'4", 320 pounds, and their right tackle is the biggest human being ever to play football. It's going to be quite a test for us.
For the fans out there, what Coach is relating to, their tackle is 6'9", 380 pounds, and makes the 6'4", 320 kid next to him look little. And really, that's what they did with this last year. They tried to hold on to the football. It's hard to get stops when you got guys just running straight at you, going all out and that big.
Well, they've taken the game plan right out of our book. Coach Mallory was like my son for 15 years, and I do wish them all the luck. I want them to have bad luck tonight, but I do wish them well every week, and we talk every week, and I'm real proud of their success. They've really taken a school that didn't have much football tradition, and now they've got some tradition. They beat Carmel, and they're on their way. But they're going to 3 yards to them is a non-panic down, and that's why I've tried to teach coaches that I've coached with for years and coached under me for years, is that 3 yards, 3 times 4 equals 12, and they learned that very well. But they are very much improved in the passing game this year, and they have a really good receiver. But their running back, who hadn't played in a couple of weeks, we don't know what's going on. I know he got hurt, but are they saving him for us? Are they saving him for next week? I don't know, but he's a player. When he's out there, he's a difference maker.
You mentioned us last week against Pike. Uncharacteristically made a lot of mistakes in that first half, but we did come out 35 points in the third quarter. The offense was clicking, and just really in every aspect, the throwing game, the passing, or the running game, and we really just look back to our normal self. And I don't know if that was what you said to him at halftime, or was it just as simple as cutting out those mistakes.
We were just beating ourselves. I mean, we take the ball and go 45 yards with no problem, and then we get 2 offsides, a hold, this, and then we're punting. We punt down to the 1-inch line. PJ Buck, another unbelievable punt, and then the defense can't hold them on the 1-inch line, and they end up taking the ball for 5 or 6 more minutes, and then the first quarter ends, and the frustration sets in, and we finally get a touchdown, and then they get a long touchdown at the end of the half, which should never have happened. We have a kid basically fall down, and that's happened to us this year, though. We got to quit that. That's got to quit happening. We've never given up those kind of big plays before, and this year, every once in a while, it happens. And now it's 9-7, or 7-6 actually, but we do a good job ending that half. And I really think that even though it was 9.5 minutes in the third quarter that we played like juggernauts, but it's really that last drive we put together with no timeouts, got a 40-yard field goal. Our kicker gets back in the game mentally. Everybody's back in the game mentally, and we were able to adjust from there and just fix everything that we were doing to ourselves. And then you saw what happened. We came out and really played great football.
Absolutely did. And Pike, my gosh, they averaged 35 points a game. So as bad as it felt like it was in the first half, only giving up 7 points was pretty impressive. It's Lawrence North senior night. They're going to be ready to play. We had the selection of sectionals this week. We know what's going on in that, but our theme has always been with you is our opponents have no face, one game at a time. We wish you all the luck. Let's take care of Lawrence North tonight and get a lot of people out there to show up and root on the Trojans.
Yeah, if you can come, we're at Lawrence North. We really appreciate your support. It's going to be a tough night because it is senior night. We can't match their emotion, but eventually they'll settle down. We got to take advantage of it when it happens. No turnovers, play good, hard, physical Trojan football. Come out and be a part of a great win. Go Trojans.